Alexis. Hi, my name is Raychell Rivas, and I am new to vlogging on this platform. I am a wife, and I am also a mother of 5 beautiful children whose YouTube channel is All About Rivas. Check them out. Hello, welcome back. My name is Raychell Rivas. I am a wife. I am a mother of 5 children. And today's video is a little bit different. We are collabing, my first collab. Thank you to the B word, Miss Bobby Lynn. She is also a wife and a mother of 2 beautiful boys, ages 19 months and 2 months old. And so today's collab, we're bringing our top 10 parenting tips. Ooh, who's that? Hi, Miss Alexis. Alright, so today's video, we are collabing with Miss Bobby Lynn, the B word. I will leave her information below. Stop by her channel, show her some love. My name is Raychell Rivas, and I am a wife and mother of 5 children. This is the youngest, Miss Alexis, who's 5 years old. And my Instagram is the same, Raychell Rivas. Facebook, Raychell Rivas. All right, so today's video is a collab, my first collab. Thank you, Miss Bobby Lynn. Thank you, the B word. We are stopping by and sharing our top 10 parenting hacks and tips. I know that every season these tips sort of change. Right now my kids are older. I have a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. So for Miss Bobby Lynn, she has a 19-month-old and 2-month-old. And so her parenting hacks and tips are a little bit different as compared to me, who have older children. So if any of you have older children, these may apply. Actually, these tips are a little bit different. They can apply to any age. So yeah, that's that. So parenting tips, my top 10 changes pretty often. And so let's get into it. All right, so for tip number 1, when it comes to taking clothes out of the dryer, instead of throwing the dryer sheets away, I toss them into our family's huge sock bucket. And so I try to get the full use out of each dryer sheet. Also, you can put the dryer sheets like in your kids' clothes drawers or in between the folded clothes. So like in between like a stack of jeans in between, you can put the dryer sheets. It just makes it gets the most use out of the dryer sheets. So for tip number 2 is more like a self-care tip. It just keep fresh flowers in your home. And so for us moms, we have many responsibilities, and anytime I go to do grocery shopping, I try to make it a point to grab a fresh cut of fresh flowers. Just the fresh scent and the eye candy of flowers. It creates an environment like joy and creativity in a home, and it's like just this freshness in a home, and it just makes everyone in a better mood, especially me when I'm doing most of the housework and 9-to-5 work and all that. So keeping fresh flowers in the home. A good place to store them is like your kitchen table or in the bathroom. I also like to put them in my kids' bathroom, and so I want the kids to feel just as good and fresh as I do. And so that's tip number 2. For tip number 3, it's like a bathroom tip. So whenever I go to Target or Walmart and I'm in need of a new trash can for the bathroom, I don't actually go to the aisles where they sell trash cans. I go to like the industrial aisles, or I go to the sections where they sell like buckets or storage containers, because I find that they're bigger and sometimes more durable and prettier. So example, in this last season, when Target had like the college section out, they had like a bunch of storage containers that were like a dusty pink and these light teal colors, and I thought they were so pretty. And instead of using them for storage, I'm like, oh, pretty trash can and actually match the colors in the bathroom. So that is tip number 3. Yeah, shop outside. Like, it's kind of like thinking outside the box. You know, when you need something for the house, instead of going to that exact area, maybe you can kind of think outside the box and how else can this particular item be used? So for tip number 4 is a skincare hack or tip. It is coconut oil. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about coconut oil, but for me, I found that instead of using lotions that has like fragrance and dyes in them that can irritate the skin, I found that just applying coconut oil, it makes you, it helps me. The scent is amazing, and I find that it's done wonders on my skin when I've had dry skin, especially in the wintertime. And for my daughter who has eczema or who has had eczema, it's done wonders for her skin as well. So that is tip number 4. Yeah, coconut oil. And another tip is like, be mindful of the brands you pick up for coconut oil, because there are some certain brands that I picked up from like the Dollar Tree that were not the brand that my skin loved, and I noticed that with those brands that my skin would be itchy, and so you have to really get like a good quality coconut oil. One good brand is like Dr. Bronner's, you know, and pick up like a organic extra virgin coconut oil that is unrefined. And so yeah, that's my 5-year-old. Okay, so for tip number 5, we had these caboodles. I mean, I don't know if it's actually like a really good tip, but like having those caboodles or those caddies that people often use for the shower, I find that they're actually helpful for storing homework and art supplies. And so going to like the local Dollar Tree and grabbing those caboodles, those caddies that have like the 3 compartments in them. We place crayons and pens and pencils in them. And so they're just really helpful and handy and carrying them around, not just around the house, but like when the kids go out on a long car ride, instead of, you know, having their iPad or tablet, or if it's not charged, if it dies out in the car and the kids are like, I don't know what to do. You know, they have their caddy, and so they have their art supplies right on hand. And so it helps them be more creative as well. Okay, so tip number 6. The next tip was more surrounded when the children were going to school, but this next tip can also be applied during this quarantine time, as I've adjusted it to. So when the children were in school, they would often eat up like the groceries that we purchased for weekday breakfast and school lunches, and they would eat them up after school and on weekends. And so we're like, you just ate up all your school food. So I purchased a small refrigerator that was purposed for school food only. And so when I did that, the kids were able to see, okay, this is for school, this is for home. And that was helpful. And so now during quarantine, it's kind of like I'm going to, I had to clean out the refrigerator, but reusing the refrigerator for quarantine. So between those breakfast and dinner, the kids know to go to that refrigerator and they can pick out their snacks from there. They can heat up their snacks, and it just makes life a little bit easier for everyone. All right, so for the next tip number 7 is creating a reward system for children. Yes, this is motivating. I know that we have expectations of our kids, and kids should know those expectations and teaching them that those expectations. So creating a reward system is like motivating, you know. I'm like, think about us as parents, like when we go to work, doing our job, what motivates us is the paycheck, right? So same thing for the children. Creating a reward system, it motivates them. I know that it's worked for me. And so I recently started this back up. And the kids are able to earn what we call RBs, Rivas bucks, for completing like chores without reminders. They even earn these tickets like when I catch them being helpful, they're showing kindness. When they log on their own to like the weekly youth or teen Bible studies during the week. When they log on their own to the virtual summer camps, they haven't done either one. And so they have not earned those Rivas bucks, but they have earned Rivas bucks for showing kindness, being helpful, for doing their chores, and so those things are motivating. And so the kind of rewards that I've decided to give were, things that they love, and everything doesn't have to be tangible, right? So the tangible item is the $5 Target gift cards. Kids love Target. We all love Target. And so the other rewards were the person gets to pick the movie for family night, family movie night, excuse me. The kid can earn a one-on-one special outing with mom or dad. So the kid may be able to, maybe they want to go out for ice cream or pizza or something. So that is tip number 7. So tip number 8 will be conducting routine family meetings / check-ins. As my kids gotten older, so I have a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. So as they became older, I realized that how important it is to have these family meetings and check-ins. And so what I found that it does is that it brings unity to the family, and especially like a family like ours who have so many commitments. There's like so many different moving parts and schedules. It was so important to have these family meetings and check-ins. And so what it for us, what it looks like is first, pray in. We always invite the Holy Spirit into our meeting, because without God, it can go chaotic. And so it's important for us to invite the Holy Spirit into our meetings. And then we summarize, what's been going on since our last meeting. We do like some summarization, check-ins. We do individual shout outs. So, maybe a kid graduated, maybe someone passed a really hard science exam they've been studying for. We shout that out. Maybe the girls my girls also do modeling. Maybe they landed a casting. And so we just trying to do shout outs like that. Maybe, my kids also play sports. So maybe like there was a game that maybe they lost or won, but we saw the effort that they put into it. We shout that out. And so, yeah. So family meetings are very important. Also during family meetings, we go over upcoming important dates. So like birthdays, school ending dates, school starting dates, sports dates, just castings, all those things. We go over important dates. And then we also open up space for each child to present any concerns or issues they may have with the family as a whole or with any one individual, if they feel open and willing to do that. Example, recently my 5-year-old announced to everyone that she does not like anyone sitting on her bed. And so we all had to acknowledge that, and everyone who sat on her bed apologized to her. And so, yeah, that's how that goes. And then we'll wrap it up. We try not to go over 20 minutes. We don't want to keep everyone super long, and we usually set a timer. And then we wrap it up, of course, closing out with prayer, and we wrap it up with a family dinner or a family movie night or a snack. Or also during these meetings, you can also be eating dinner or like a snack like popcorn. So just to keep the meeting kind of light. So, yeah. All right. Tip number 9. Tip number 9 comes from a parenting style. So practice being an authoritarian parent is encouraging. So what I mean by that, there's 4 different parenting styles that I've learned. There's authoritarian parent. There's a authoritative parent. There's a parent who's not present, and then there's the parent who's permissive. And so the authoritarian parent is the parent who allows space for creativity while still being disciplined with their children. They allow space for them to be independent. The authoritarian parent is the parent where failure is tolerated. You allow the child to spill a little or a lot of milk when they want to make their own cereal. So this is tolerated because now you're allowing your child to gain a sense of independency, and so they begin to trust their decisions, they begin to trust themselves, and so this is important for them. It creates a sense of security. It creates a sense like they can trust the world around them. They can trust their environment, and it also builds self-confidence. So that's surely important. Um, and the kids are able to assert themselves. They're able to speak up when they have an opinion, and to let them know like their opinion is valued. So practice being an authoritarian parent. Um, and just to go over the other parenting styles, the authoritative parent is the parent who is disciplined, but they don't allow that space for independence and creativity. And then the parent who is not present, it's just exactly what it sounds like. They're not present. It, you know, emotionally, mentally, like this is a parent who's always on their phone or always on um, social media or TV, and their child is like left to fend for themselves. And the permissive parent is a parent who doesn't have any rules. They're not disciplined. They allow the child to just do whatever they want. And yeah, so we want to practice being the authoritarian parent. You know, we have rules, we have boundaries, and also we also allow that space for the child to be independent and create a sense of security, independency, and yeah, all that good stuff. So that's that. Tip number 10. Whew, long-winded. All right, so tip number 10 is like a food tip. So Thanksgiving dressing. If you're like me, I don't know how I end up with extra boxes of stuffing mix, and they end up sitting for months and months in my cabinet. So I actually got this idea from another YouTube mom. So if you don't have any breadcrumbs on hand, if you need, for recipes, do like I did. Um, Grab those stuffing mix boxes, crush those up, pound those up, and those are your breadcrumbs. So with that, and I found that they're actually more flavorful. There's like more texture to it. You can actually mix it with breadcrumbs as well. I've done that. So you can use the stuffing mix to coat shrimp, to coat boneless chicken, to oven fry your poultry and the shrimp. So those are my 10 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they were helpful. I look forward to doing this again. I will be, if this is something you like, please leave a comment below. If parenting tips are something you like for me to post more of, let me know. So once again, giving a shout out to the B word, Miss Bobby Lynn. Thank you for this collab. I truly enjoyed it and look forward to the next one. Till next time, bye. Come on over and follow me on Instagram at Raychell Rivas, where I post inspirational, encouraging things, all things motherhood mostly, recipes, vlogs, just everyday life as a mother of 5.